Hey guys, this is the Fight Nerd up here at New York Toy Fair, and look who is in front of me.
It's Mr. Damon Lau from Round 5 MMA Action Figures. Damon, how are you today?
Not bad, how's it going?
All right, now we're here at New York Toy Fair. So tell us what you guys have that's new this year for us.
What's new? Well, obviously, everyone knows that we do UFC collectibles. It's the thing, if you're a UFC fan, want to get memorabilia signed, that's kind of like the thing that we specialize in. So we're just going to be releasing a lot of new figures, a lot of new characters. We are showing some of our newer series that's going to be available in April, which is Frye, Mayhem Miller, Nick Diaz, that obviously everyone's talking about. Ben Henderson, who's fighting Frankie Edgar in a couple weeks, and a new version of Cain Velasquez.
Very cool. Now you guys also have some of these UFC Titans that are new, and some other, basically your first step into, I guess, a different area of the vinyl collectible world.
Yeah, so, obviously everyone really knows us for Ultimate Collector Series. We have a really hardcore fan base when it comes to that. What we wanted to do was launch a series that was at a little bit cheaper of a price point, but not in that though, was a little bit more of a fun line, and not so collector in a sense where it features every character in the UFC, but mainly just the top guys, and it has a little bit more of a fun design. So we're using a material called vinyl, and vinyl is it feels a little bit not as heavy, but it sort of has an aesthetic to it that's a little bit different, and we still do really, really high detail, and they got Royce Gracie right here. It was a very successful line for us. We launched it in fall of last year. We were only going to be doing one series a year of it, but pretty much it only features like the top guys.
Now, how would you guys feel about doing a blind box mini vinyl figure set? Is that something that might be happening down the line?
We're not so sure yet right now. The main thing that we know and we understand is it's UFC fans. And we know that there's all different types. Blind box figures is a format that's relatively new when it comes to toy, and especially something like a UFC license. So what we have done though is that we actually did a version of our UFC Titans figures in blind box, which is kind of a new thing. So doing a micro figure is a little bit different, but doing the Titans in a blind box is definitely cool. So we're going to be doing a blind box again later on this year with the UFC Titans series too.
No, very cool. Now, we haven't really talked to you guys in a long time, and since last time we spoke, a lot has happened in the MMA world. Specifically, UFC has now taken over Strikeforce, basically. So, the question is, will we see any Round 5 Strikeforce toys coming up?
I get asked that all the time, and my answer to that is not just yet. And the reason that we say this is that we already are creating figures based on WC, we have Pride, we have UFC current, and we have UFC historic guys like John Frye. So although I believe Strikeforce is a great brand, it may not be a brand that may be relevant to what we want to use at this current time right now, but options for the future, absolutely.
Now, you guys have also had a lot of success lately with the Bruce Lee line. You've been doing Bruce Lee toys, they're looking great. And this year you're launching a blind box basically for Bruce Lee, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, so Bruce Lee, iconically for us, made sense for us to do a program like that because we're genuine MMA fans, everyone in the office is, and when you really think about the grandfather of mixed martial arts, you think of Bruce Lee. So we started with the Bruce Lee program in fall of last year, and it's been extremely successful for us. The interesting thing about Bruce Lee, though, is that the fan base also transcended a little bit outside of even the hardcore MMA group into a mass market art toy channel. So we decided to work with an art toy artist by name of Mad, or people know him as, his name's Jerry Model, but actually his design toy name is Mad. And we're doing a blind box program with him, and it's probably going to be the hottest licensed blind box toy this fourth quarter.
Now, we can't actually show any images of that, but can you give us maybe a little sneak preview of who we can expect to see in that line?
You're going to see, obviously, Bruce Lee in all his wonderful variations, and a lot of characters really inspired from the fantasy of Kung Fu. The same way that you think of Wayne Gretzky in hockey, Michael Jordan in basketball, Muhammad Ali in boxing. We think of Bruce Lee as almost that person for Kung Fu. And so I guess when we talk about the blind box specific product, it's really Bruce Lee in the fantasy of Kung Fu and all of his movies all sort of combined together. So that's what you can expect out of the line.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this, but can you give us the inside scoop on anybody that we might be seeing this year that you haven't announced yet?
You ask me this every time. I can't do that, but what I can tell you is that Series 10, I believe, is probably the best series that we've ever done that's coming out in August this year. It's going to feature a whole new generation of stars in the UFC.
One day I'm going to crack you and I'm going to get the scoop out of you. One day. I'll keep trying. But thank you very much, Damon. Enjoy Toy Fair. And how do we check out more about Round 5?
Visit, obviously, there's our website, round5mma.com. Or even better, we have I believe, the best group of MMA collectors in the world on Facebook. It's probably the largest group of MMA collectors on the web right now. We have around 25,000 plus fans, are highly interactive. So it's facebook.com/round5, and check it out. It's a great place to trade, collect, pretty much anything MMA.
Well, thank you very much, Damon. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks.